Hello, everyone. I am Jeanette Martin, one of the co-founders of the Gratitude and Appreciation Summit. It is Thursday night, and it's time to have a gas.
Yay, Jeanette. And I'm Kathy Kester, other co-founder of Gratitude Appreciation Summit. And we are thrilled tonight to have a special guest, my physiotherapist of all people. But we were having such an amazing conversation, Jeanette. I said, we've got to have him come on and chat because he is one of us. He is definitely one of us. And I'm just going to throw it in here right now. We were talking about choices that I need to make in my life and so forth. And he recommended this book called The Alchemist. So I won't, if you haven't read it, read it. It's a really good book. So welcome, Faizal.
Thank you very much for having me. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, well, we're thrilled to have you with us. So we were talking about, we're all about gratitude. We're all about saying an authentic thank you. There's too many thanks out there and walking away, but an authentic thank you is so important to our heart. And as we were talking about The Alchemist and in being in the state of being, it struck me that you've got some really wise perspective that is valuable for our people that are watching tonight.
Well, thank you very much for that. I really appreciate you saying all of that. I did listen to a couple of the shows just before we get into some of the stuff from previous weeks, and I just wanted to comment on your last guest, Jessica Williams, that you had on last week. Now we talk about being, and you talked a bit about intention, and basically what I think my philosophy is when your intention is in line with your being and you just are, right? And so when all of that just lines up, you are in the moment and you are serving humanity selflessly. Yeah. So I think it is super important. And before we came on the air, we were chatting for a couple of minutes about being in the moment. And when we think about the universe, we are products of the universe. Everything happens for us automatically, our breath, our heartbeat. And yet we struggle to try and force things in our life sometimes, right? But we just have to be. And if we just trust that we will be taken care of and let go, we will end up flowing the way we are supposed to flow.
Wow. Well, first of all, I just want to go, normally a physiotherapist gives you a sheet of exercises to go home with and practice and get yourself better. And for a physiotherapist to talk about the mindset, the being, the breath, that whole being in order to heal is something so incredibly unusual, but I would say much more self-serving, if that's the right word. It's like where we need to start our healing versus looking for outside sources of the healing. If that makes sense.
Absolutely. And it's interesting when you think about the people that when we link it back to gratitude, and the people that are in the moment the most and that are attentive the most to you. If you go to a hotel and you meet a really nice bellhop or front desk person, and they are engaged with you, they're looking at you in the eye and they're happy and they're content and they're at peace, it elicits gratitude from you because they treat you in such a way that it just evokes it, right? And so gratitude is a universal element. It's a universal feeling that it can be pervasive in everything that you do based on the state that you are in.
Absolutely. And I observe you when you're torturing my arm to get rid of my as I'm watching my shoulder dance. You know, I'm watching you share that gratitude in a very authentic way with all your other patients. I'm not eavesdropping or anything like that. Even you know, the elderly gentleman that's coming in, I think he's soaking his leg or something, and it's like you make such a human connection with every single person that walks through your door, and that speaks volumes about your integrity as a person in your profession, but as a person, as part of our community. And I think that's huge, and I get the sense that that piece of gratitude and people walking into your life, whether it's your family or your patients or your assistant or whomever, is very paramount in your life, right?
Yeah. Yes, absolutely. You hit the nail on the head. And I mean, thank you again for noticing and picking that up, because it is, you know, you immerse yourself in the moment and everything else just lines up and it takes care of itself, you know. And you know, when it comes to your family or, you know, your I coach as well,
Right.
soccer. So, you know, when you're there and you are giving everything you have at that moment. And at work, you're doing the same thing. At home with your family, like you know, everything is everything to me,
Yeah.
right? But at the same time, you have to just trust. And the more you try in life, in the past, and my kids will laugh if they hear me say in life, because I say an in life quote every day to them. Like in life, you have to, you know, do that. So when I start with in life, they start laughing right away, because I give them these what I think are these pearls all the time. But you know, in life, you do have to really appreciate every single moment, because that is all you ever have, right? And like I said, everything happens because if you trust the universe, everything happens automatically. You have kids, you want to provide for your kids. You are a product of the universe. You don't think the universe is going to just provide for you somehow if you just let it? Like, it's going to.
Yeah.
And because it's so bountiful, it absolutely should elicit gratitude. I feel blessed every day I get to go to work and actually try and help people feel better. Every day I get but I get feedback though, right? Some people work and they don't get maybe necessarily feedback right away. Yeah. But you know, I do feel blessed and I do feel gratitude, because, you know, but I think everything that we do, even in life and in our daily work, like look at what you guys are doing. I mean, just trying to spread this notion of gratitude and appreciation for people and for things that we do and we go through. This is a bigger purpose. It's a higher calling, and it's noble. It's a noble cause. It's your personal legend, if you refer to the book.
Yes.
Right.
There's something I want to, before we came on, you were talking about a story on how after reading the book that you wanted to travel, and then you got home and there was a travel brochure. Yeah. I would like to bring an awareness, now that I've heard you talk, because we were talking before, that you said Kathy picked it up, that every day you put it down. So you are doing like what that brochure that arrived in your life for somebody else to pick up. So every day you are creating that brochure that you received for your higher calling at that moment in your time, that Kathy recognized. And she picked up the Faizal brochure and is making her life in healing. And now you are here. So it was just like this epiphany that was like, because you're putting it down. Like, you are putting it down and walking away from it because you know it's good. It's good stuff that you're putting down. It's good, solid feelings and emotions, and I'm putting it down. And you know what? The right person is going to come along and is going to pick it up, and it's going to change their life. And wow, just beautiful. Yeah. Just amazing.
Yeah. I know that the pearls of wisdom that you share with your kids, they may not show the appreciation now, but they will when they're older. Just know that. I work with a lot of teenagers, and when they become adults and get in touch with me, the things they say, it's like, you have no idea. So keep on those pearls of wisdom, because
thank you for that. Yes, and sometimes you forget, but I do actually from time to time hear them throw something back at me, which is hilarious. I find it so funny, but I find it inspirational when you see your kids latch onto something of substance and of value, right? And you know, I will see them implement something that allows them to really, you know, if I walk by flowers, right, I'll always stop and I'll pick one up and I'll give it to my wife or something like that, right? So I just, you know, and I'll see my kids, they'll do something small like this where they just notice something. You know, you're walking and you see a little hummingbird on the side that's just starting to suckle a flower, and you stop for a moment and you just look at that hummingbird. You know, 14 billion years have gone by for that hummingbird to be there in that moment, for you to watch it suckle that flower.
oh, it's so beautiful.
That's really, really profound if you think about it.
Yeah.
Right. Life is a symphony, and we don't wait for the end of the symphony. So if we keep waiting for the end of it, you know, a lot of people talk about this journey of life, but you know, life is I will argue sometimes it's not a journey. It's actually a symphony, and you are in a note at the moment. And so you better enjoy that note. Because
I love that.
If you're waiting one day for something to happen, you know, you're going to wake up one day and realize you've wasted your whole life, and you've blown it all, because it's all about this note that you have to listen to now. You don't wait for the end of the music. You wait, you know, you're enjoying the music and the dance while it's happening. And if you wait one day to live your life, it's too late. Your health won't be there. Your mind won't be there. So be in the moment and enjoy your life, because this is what you have now. And keep it in a framework of gratitude and appreciation and submission, and allow it to take you where you want to go.
Just amazing. So we're coming to the end, and when you think about a note, and I've studied music like Kathy, and of course Kathy is a music teacher. I played a few instruments, and better to go through life as be positive than be flat.
Yes.
I'm gonna keep thinking about, okay, am I being flat right now? No, I'm the symphony. I've got to be a positive. I've got to be a positive going through. So,
but I will
say that note.
But I will say there are B flats in life.
Yeah. Oh yes.
And there are notes that are I don't know too much about music, but there are notes that are bad.
Yeah.
But when they are bad, we have these emotions, and it's okay to feel sadness, but feel sadness fully. Like, be there and feel it. Feel the sadness, feel the misery, feel joy, feel happiness, feel gratitude.
Yeah.
But whatever you are, it's going to move you as you know, at that particular time.
Oh, Faizal, you're so wise. When are you writing a book?
Yes, exactly.
No, you have been an absolute pleasure to speak with tonight, and I hope all of our people that are watching live right now or watching the replay, I hope you have taken away something tonight from your wisdom, and thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it. You guys are awesome, and keep up the great work that you guys are doing.
Oh, thank you.
Really, really good work.
We're working at it, right, Jeanette?
Yeah, no, it's great.
Yeah, so
before we sign off, Jeanette, we have a big announcement. Our Eventbrite is up. So those of you watching, April 24th is our preview show for Gratitude Appreciation Summit. The Eventbrite has gone up today, so you could check out our website, and the link should be there. We'll also post the Eventbrite maybe in the chat of
Yep.
this Facebook. Jeanette, I know you're all over the social media stuff. Get registered and join us. We've got some two special guests speaking, as well as our charity. We introduced Jessica last week. She'll come on again in a few weeks' time and share some other wisdoms about her charity work that she's doing. And donations will be taken starting tonight. So if you feel that it's a good cause for what she's doing with the foods being sent to families in need, feel free to put in a donation. And I believe a tax receipt will be provided if it's over $20. So we'll make sure a tax receipt is sent to you. So we have a tradition, Faisal. At the end
I've seen this.
Ah, there you go. So you're waiting for it. So we're going to spread the love.
And in 2021, we got to pump it. We got to pump our heart. 1, 2, 3.
Kindness to all of you. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much.
Good night, everybody.
Take care. Thank you so much. Nice to meet you guys. Take care. Bye-bye.